Hello, it's Sunday and we're going to have a bit of a rainy walk along the Kentish coast today. We're leaving, it's about 1 o'clock, so we're going to be leaving quite a lot later than we would be normally. And it is a very rainy day, but it was either stay in and look at the rain or go out and just try and get a bit of air, so that's what we're going to do. We love Westgate on Sea and it's only about 45 minutes away from where we live. So we're going to drive down there for a walk, and I thought I'd make a little vlog about it, probably a bit wet, so I don't know how much I'll be able to film, and show you the lovely Kentish coast. And I'm also going to show you our vegetarian cottage pie recipe that I'm going to make for our dinner. My mum's going to come round later and we're going to have vegetarian cottage pie. So I shall show you how to make that, and I will pop the recipe for it underneath as well. And just take you along for our day and share with you what we're up to, what we're eating, crafty bits and the usual life stuff. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy. Crocheted this cloth yesterday. I made some pot holders with some crochet cotton that I had received. I've got these crazy 90s style pot holders and I had just a little bit left, so I just crocheted a circle to use as a kitchen cloth. Wasn't quite sure how it might work. I was worried it might be a bit too stiff, but actually it's really good. It's working well. I'm also going to pack these as snacks because the girls always need topping up with snacks. I picked them up at the checkout at Aldi's yesterday, and it's just little individual packages of popcorn, but they're all different flavours that sounded really delicious. So we've got coconut and vanilla and peanut butter and our favourite sweet and salty. So I thought these would be a good little addition to pop in the rucksack. Do you like my bag? It was a gift from my friend Dominique, and I think it was from Sainsbury's. And because I love lobsters so much, she bought this for me, and it's perfect for a day out. I was just going to show you what I pack in my rucksack as well. Mask, obviously. This was made for me by a vlog viewer. It's my favourite one. I need to make some more that are similar. I've always got knitting, just in case. You never know, I might get stuck in traffic or trapped somewhere and I need to have knitting. It's just some scrappy socks that I'm making with some yarn by Back to Blighty. My lovely yellow bag, which was made for me by my lovely friend Cherie, who is Ollie and Bella. Got my purse. I've got a couple of handmade bags that I just always keep in case we have to pick anything up at the shops or for any other reason. You always seem to need a bag. I've got our lucky geocaching lobster. We found him in a geocache once. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's like treasure hunting. There's an app for it. If you just Google geocaching or look it up on the App Store, and you find little hidden treasures, and you can either swap out little things like this or you can just sign the logbook. And for that reason, underneath another bag and my sunglasses, my charger. This is the best. My dad bought me this before he died, and it's the best piece of equipment I've got. It can charge my phone up to 4 or 5 times, my iPad, my camera. Never go anywhere without this charger. If I can still get it, if it's still available on Amazon, I'll link it underneath because it's brilliant. And then I've got our geocaching pouch. So in here we've got a pen, a trackable geocache that we've actually logged and we need to drop off somewhere. So if we can do that today, we will. I've got a geocaching rubbish bag for picking up rubbish, and another little thing as well. These were all little gifts from Loma and Echo in the States, who do geocaching as well. So they've sent some bits for us to drop off on our travels because we really do love doing it. This is just my pouch that's got things such as a sewing kit, an extra charger, Vaseline, a plug, moisturiser, sanitary towels, a little mirror, there's plasters in here, paracetamol, anything you might expect, and that all just fits at the bottom. And of course, in this day and age, hand sanitizer, which in my case has to be yellow, has to be lemon. Tape measure, because you never know when you need to measure things.
beach house so we can decorate it, Lilia?
Yeah, we do.
So this was quite exciting to find. They've created a little art gallery in a couple of the shelters along the seafront. You'll see the other one in a little bit. And it's all old bits of wood from an old shelter, and they're inviting people to help themselves.
Look at that one, Phoebes. People in the deck chair.
And take them home and paint artwork on them. So we did. We took a bit of wood from the box here, and Lilia's going to paint a picture of a whale on it, and we'll bring it back in a couple of weeks' time for them to add to the gallery. It was really beautiful to see.
Look at the seagull. Oh look! Look who it's by.
You did it. Oh, you did it.
Or maybe it's a picture of me as a seagull.
I like jellyfish.
I like the one where it says, if all the magic paper the sea were ink, there would never be enough to set down all the words I think.
Let me out.
It's a bit wet.
Yeah.
We've had a lovely walk, but a very wet walk. So we've retreated to the car. Can you see the girls in the back? There's Phoebe. Where's Lydia? We've retreated to the car for our hot chocolate. So we're very grateful that we thought to bring it. And we're going to try this popcorn. Peanut butter. You can try some peanut butter popcorn. That's nice.
I'll try some.
Take the bag and pass it. Coconut and vanilla.
That's really, really good.
Coconut and vanilla.
Can we try some?
That's nice.
Can we try some? I like the peanut butter one.
Careful of the drink, Mama.
Fairly standard flavour, sweet and salty, but we are connoisseurs of the sweet and salty popcorn.
The vanilla one is actually really nice. I didn't think I'd like it.
That is a good sweet and salty.
Okay, just don't eat it.
So we're back from our very wet walk at Westgate on Sea, and it's time to get a lovely vegetarian cottage pie ready for dinner. We're half and half in our house. Dan and Phoebe are both pescatarian, with Dan having recently decided to join Phoebe in that respect. And Lilia and I are very committed carnivores, and we both love this vegetarian, all of us love this vegetarian version of cottage pie. So I've written the recipe below, and for the method, just follow along with me now. So I've already finely chopped the onion and crushed the garlic, and I'm now going to peel and finely chop a couple of carrots. And we had some leftover courgette in the fridge, so I'm going to use that. I'm just taking out the seedy bits just because I prefer to do that when I'm popping it in the cottage pie. It just adds to the vegetable content and adds a nice bit of flavour as well. I love courgette, I'd put it in anything. I'm going to heat up a tablespoon of oil and add the onions and the carrots. And I'm going to let those simmer and sizzle for about 20 minutes. And in the meantime, I have chopped some potatoes for the mash. I'm going to get those up to the boil. And I'm going to make some stock. So I'm going to use 2 vegetable stock cubes. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of beef bisto because it is vegetarian friendly. I'm going to put a tablespoon in, and then we're going to mix that up to 850 mils. All the ingredients and the amounts and everything are in the description box underneath. Give that a mix. After about 20 minutes, I'm going to add the garlic and a tablespoon of tomato puree, which I'm badly estimating here. Give that all a good mix and cook for another couple of minutes. Then stir through 3 tablespoons of plain flour and just let that heat through for a couple of minutes. Then you're going to add your corn. I'm adding a whole 500-gram bag of corn here, and then I was just rinsing off my garlic crusher, getting the rest of the garlic off with the stock. Add that, give it a stir. The recipe ingredients say 2 bay leaves underneath, but I'm only using 1 because this was such a massive bay leaf. A sprinkle of thyme. I find it quite a strong flavour, so I only put a little bit in. We're using Worcestershire sauce. That is not vegetarian, but Dan and Phoebe are pescatarian. It is made with anchovies, so if you are vegetarian, just leave this out. Or you can put a splash of red wine. Give that all a good stir, and then you want to leave it to bubble and simmer for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until that gravy is really thickened up and sort of clinging to the corn. Get it in your casserole dish and take out that bay leaf, and then you're going to put your mash on the top. I just mashed it up with a little bit of milk. Spread it out and try to neaten it up. I never worry too much about how it looks. I'm putting it on a tray because I was a bit worried my dish was too small and it would bubble over. About 40 grams of cheddar cheese on the top, spread out. And then on a whim, I decided to add a tablespoon of panko breadcrumbs on the top to add a bit of crunch. And it worked really well. It was really tasty. I'm glad I did that. And then you want to put it in the oven at about 220 degrees or 200 degrees fan for about 25 to 30 minutes. And there you go. It was really yummy with green beans and broccoli and a bit of gravy. Perfect end to a very wet and windy day at the seaside. Oh, that was so yummy. We're all just settling down now. The girls have gone up to have showers. I've had a bit of a change of jumper because I managed to spill cottage pie down myself whilst I was cooking. So there you go. I'm going to put my pyjamas on shortly anyway. I'm going to do a bit of drawing. I'm going to try and sketch one of the buildings that I took a bit of film of. It was just next to where we were parked when we were having our hot chocolate. A really unusual building, lots of detail, lots of windows. I don't know if it's flats or a house or something else, I'm not sure. But I thought I'd have a little go at drawing it. I get asked a lot about my drawings and I'm not always brave enough to share it. But I'll take a little time lapse whilst I'm doing it maybe. And if I'm not too embarrassed, I'll share that now at the end. But I hope you've enjoyed this little visit and that rainy walk on the Kentish coast. I absolutely love Westgate. I wish I could have a little house there to go and stay in whenever I wanted. That would be the ultimate dream. I just feel at peace there. I always feel at peace by the sea. So it's a really nice feeling to have managed to get out and walk along, even if it was a bit soggy and wet. But it was nice to have hot chocolate and popcorn in the car and feel all cosy. And we certainly finished off the day well with our cottage pie. So let me know if you do try that recipe and if you enjoy it. I'd love to hear. And I will see you in the next vlog.